How's it going, everybody? I wanted to do a follow-up video about grifting and narcissism. In the last video, I was wondering, why do all these people, follow their abusers? Why do all these people have some kind of Stockholm syndrome involving their YouTube influencers? And it's because these people have created a tailored mask that unlocks a majority in that particular group that they're grifting in. It unlocks the majority of people's minds to be like, this dude's on my side, to identify. That's the grifting 101. What is it that this group identifies with and says a lot that I can spam and say, and then everybody will just get endorphin rushes? It's like you're giving them a like button whenever they say something that you agree with. And what these narcissists always do, I talked about in the previous video, is shit on their guests and other people for brownie points with their followers. So the more they shit on you, the higher they rise up. And the more covered in shit you are, and then all their followers are liking it. And then, so this straw man that the narcissist created to represent you is now who everybody believes that you are in their follower base. But I was just wondering, why is this? And it's because they created a mask. They created an unreal person, a fake ego that is not real. Because nobody, see, here's the thing. A real person that speaks from the heart is always going to say something that upsets someone else. Because each human being has their own take on things. Okay? That doesn't matter if there's a bunch of Christians in the same room or church. They're all going to disagree on a lot of different things. Okay? They just are. So when you have a grifter up there, a YouTube influencer, that is never going against what the majority of their base believes, they're just towing another party line. They're all politicians now, is what I'm trying to get at. And the reason everybody loves politicians instead of regular people is because they're fake and they can be worshipped. It's like, oh, I want to be just like them. I want to be just like them. But behind closed doors, they're just like you. But for some reason, people don't want to face that. And I think it's interesting that same type of, cognitive dissonance is present here today with all the Zoomers. And I just hear them constantly criticizing everybody about things, and that's my criticism to them. You have not created a breakaway culture. You have not created a free internet. Even the places where it is free, everybody's such a nasty, demonic person that all they got is nasty, debased things to say to one another. And you have to sift through 5 tons of shit and horrendous Bob Saget jokes in order to maybe meet a few nice, interesting people. But I think everybody's at the point where they can see this, that YouTube has become a bunch of politicians grifting so they get followers and money so they don't have to work. And I'm just calling this bullshit out. I was just thinking about it, why? Why are these people so big? Same thing applies to all the politicians. Why are they so big? When, the people that live in reality are like, hey, this dude's corrupt. This dude doesn't care. This dude is not nice to his wife, but yet everybody else is like, oh, that doesn't matter. Shut up. Same thing's happening here on Twitter and YouTube, Facebook, you name it. It's just copied over And that's what it is, the mask. The mask of this perfection, where nobody can get mad because they never say anything out of the line of that group. And it's not real. That's not how real humans act. That's not how real humans are. They are paralyzed and have to say what everybody will agree with so they can maintain their power, maintain their influence. And as time goes on and I start talking to other people here and there, maybe I can identify more of these red flags, more of how we have not achieved the dream of what the internet was supposed to be. But we still can. We can still develop a good culture here where we're communicating instead of grifting and shitting on each other eternally in this bar fight that I'm sick and tired of. I'm tired of it. And I say that because most of the people I interact with on here are drunk. You know? Some people have a drink or two, sure. But some of these people I hear are blackout drunk, man, and saying some of the worst shit, tweeting some of the worst fucked up shit. And as I said, just walk away from it. Just walk away. But for those people that don't know, perhaps you're ensnared, maybe you're not sure, I'm here to tell you, just walk away. Do not at all, any whatsoever, put up with that shit and that amount of disrespect. Ever. Because that's how these people live. That's how these narcissists live. That's how they sustain. They're vampires. They're vampires. And they can't really even see themselves in the mirror. Yeah. Their ego won't allow it. And maybe that's what that symbolism about vampirism is there for. They can't even see themselves and how awful they are to other people and what they have to do to survive, instead of trying to lift their curse. Yeah. Dorian Gray. I think, what a revelation. Yeah, the picture of Dorian Gray, that story perhaps is exactly what I'm talking about here. Maybe I need to give that a reread in light of recent events, such as Uber Boyo, a Jungian fellow, has gone for the grift. He's never been a mean person ever. But I think he only wants to surround himself with very weak men that want to pay him hundreds of dollars a month for therapy. And I hate that it's turned into that. I always wondered why him and James Dowling quit talking, but I can see why James has distanced himself from Steph there. Just hollow. Steph isn't speaking from the heart anymore. He's all about the grift. And that's a damn shame. Because, Steph and James's videos early on years ago, gave me a lot of insights. It was very helpful to see two young men conversing and debating and earnestly arguing about psychology and stuff. It was great. But yeah, the grift is everywhere. Don't buy into these NFTs. It is bullshit. It's a leash. The only purpose for the internet is for us to get on here and communicate and figure out what to do. Like what should we do with our information that we're sharing and talking about together? Not listening to an evangelist. The only reason I'm just here talking is just I got a little thought, if anybody out there wants to have a conversation about something, I'm up for it, as long as you're not going to start abusing and yelling and getting it. I'm absolutely not going to do that. Just like how my demeanor is here, is the same you'll get, and none of this yelling, screaming craziness. Just conversation. Agree or disagree, fine. But I'm tired of these brownie point wars in the Coliseum of YouTube and Twitter, just for the sake of empowering narcissism and controlling their followers like puppets on a string. It's gross. But I think that might be why. And yeah, I'm going to give Dorian Gray a reread. Maybe that'll help arm myself against this type of behavior that is rampant everywhere, like a narcissist horde of wizards and witches casting their spells atop their tower of millions of followers. Crazy. I just never really saw it until I started getting involved and having conversations, and then I get memories of real life people, treating me that way or trying to manipulate. And I'm like, it's just everywhere. My God. There's some good people out there that are wise to the grift, that don't subscribe to people's games. Let's just say, let me be nice. I'm trying to be nice in my vernacular. The games. Like, you got to have an NFT to get access to my special Discord and connect with a community of people that are like you. That should be for free. Fellowship should not have a price tag on it. There's no justification for monetizing fellowship. It's gross. And it is not at all like a tithing basket where people can come in freely and choose whether or not they want to donate. That's all I got to say before I get unbalanced. Watch your back out there, people. There's always somebody trying to nail puppet strings to it.